Aye.
Okay, Bill, you're ready to go.
Good evening. The July 26, 2023 council meeting of the City of Long Branch Council will now come to order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Vieira,
I'm here.
Dr. Vogt,
Here.
Mrs. Wittes. Here. Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Dangler.
Here. We stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance
To the
To the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The Long Branch Mayor, City Council, and Administration are committed to cultivating an environment of mutual trust and respect that values the diversity of our community. We will strive to enhance the quality of life for all who live here by making Long Branch a desirable place in which to live and prosper. We will treat all members of the public with respect and expect the same in return.
I hereby certify that this meeting has been published in the newspaper in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act and posted as required by law.
Before we have a approval of the minutes, I would like to just have a moment of silence out of respect for Reverend Aaron Gibson, lost his wife. She's been First Lady of Second Baptist Church here in Long Branch for a little more than 27 years, and she died on yesterday. So if we could just have a moment of silence, please. Thank you. Reading and approval of the previous minutes. Need a motion to approve the minutes from the July 12th, 2023 meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Vieira,
Yes.
Dr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes.
Yes.
Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Dangler.
Yes. Consideration of ordinance, public hearing, and final consideration. 20-23, an ordinance of the City of Long Branch creating Chapter 213 entitled Light Pollution. This ordinance was introduced on July 12, 2023, and will preserve and protect against light pollution, unnecessary sky glow, while promoting sound and responsible use of resources. Discourage the waste of electricity and improve and maintain nighttime safety, utility, and security throughout the residential community within the City of Long Branch. I need a motion to open the public hearing on this ordinance only.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? If there's any member of the public has a comment to make on this ordinance only, please come to the podium, state your name and address clearly for the record. You will have 5 minutes and may only speak once on this ordinance 20-23. Seeing none, I need a motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. This is the second reading of ordinance 20-23, entitled an ordinance of the City of Long Branch creating Chapter 213 entitled Light Pollution. I need a motion to adopt the second and final reading and advertise according to law.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Vieira.
Yes.
Dr. Vogt,
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes.
Yes.
Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Dangler.
Yes. Ordinance 2123, an ordinance introducing the acquisition of Block 239, Lot 1, 5, 15, 17, and 18 on the official tax map, City of Long Branch, 600 Broadway from Santana Bank. This ordinance was introduced July 12, 2023, and authorizes the acquisition of the property located in the City of Long Branch, 600 Broadway, known as Block 239, Lot 1, 5, 15, 17, and 18, on the city's official tax map. This ordinance authorizes the acquisition of the property from Santander Bank with a consideration of $1.7 million. It is also authorized the city to lease a portion of the property back to Santander Bank or their affiliates for the purpose of continuing banking activity on the site, on the terms to be negotiated and subject to final approval of a lease agreement by resolution of the City Council. I need a motion to open the public portion of this ordinance.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
If any member of the public has any comments to make on this ordinance only, please come to the podium, state your name and address clearly for the record. You will have 5 minutes, and you may only speak once on this ordinance 2123.
Vincent Lepore, 33 Ocean Terrace, Long Branch, requesting 1-minute notification. Ordinance 2123, a $1,700,000 acquisition. Supposedly, a new town court will be there. The city will be leasing a portion of the property back to Santander Bank. Mr. Martin, do we know what the financial terms of that lease to Santander is?
The answer is we don't, because according to the ordinance, that will be negotiated and then that will be approved by the city council by resolution.
So we're approving an ordinance tonight without knowing lease terms.
The lease for an ATM, just for the record.
That's still a lease to the bank. Mr. Martin, the city takes a state grant of $2 million, $1,700,000 for the purchase. Then they state the remaining is used for moving expenses of the court. Mr. Martin, do we have itemized of $300,000 to be used for moving expenses for the court?
I'm sure it's moving and improvement expenses.
Improvement. It's the first time we've heard the word improvement. That's not in the ordinance. I remind the people, $2 million state grant is not free money. No panacea to the city taxpayers, because the $2 million for the grant comes from the taxpayers. So essentially the taxpayers are buying the building and property. Despite the cost versus outlay scenario, in this particular instance, another property is being taken off the tax rolls. The purchase goes against municipal trends throughout the state of centralizing services into one area of a municipality or into one mega complex in the municipality. The city explanation that there is a need for additional space because of a program is not the only reason. The fact that Long Branch is now the 6th most dangerous city in the state of New Jersey and getting worse is the other reason. Crime is a growth industry in this city. One can only hope that the criminals going in and out of the court don't rob the leased bank on the premises. There's also a question why the Broadway Santander Bank building and property sold for considerably less by the owner than market value. 1.7 acres at $1,700,000, which now establishes Broadway benchmark of $1 million per acre. This compared to the 1 acre Broadway lot across from City Hall, in contract for $3.5 million per acre. I'm familiar with the financial games on Broadway, particularly when I caught the Palones at 505 Broadway, attempting that purchase and trying to secure the mortgage via a city resolution with the moving of the UEZ office to that site. 505 Broadway, then being for sale by the former city administrator's family. Again, we'll be watching the developments of this purchase and the dollar value per acre along the Broadway corridor.
Is there anyone else? This is the second reading of Ordinance 2123, an ordinance authorizing the acquisition of Block 239, lots 1, 5, 15, 17, and 18 on the official tax map of the city of Long Branch, 600 Broadway from Santana Bank. I need a motion for the second and final reading and advertise according to law.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Viera?
Yes.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes?
Yes.
Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Dangler?
Yes. Ordinance for introduction. This is the first reading of Ordinance 2223-23, an ordinance amending supplementing Chapter 325 of the Code of the City of Long Branch, Vehicles and Traffic, designating parking for electric and plug-in hybrid vehicles. This ordinance prohibits parking in certain locations that are limited to electric and hybrid plug-in vehicles. I need a motion to introduce first reading and advertise posted according to law and set for public hearing on July 26, 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. Viera?
Yes.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes?
Yes.
Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Dangler?
Yes. Public portion, resolution, and general comments. I need a motion to open the public portion of the meeting for all comments.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? If there's anyone in the audience that has a comment to make, please step to the podium, state your name and address clearly for the record. You will have 5 minutes, may only speak once.
Good evening, Madam Clerk, requesting 1 minute notification. Vincent Lepore, 33, Ocean Terrace, Long Branch. The fight against the Palones and offshore wind farms. Tonight, I'd like to give special thanks to Congressman Christopher Smith, as well as others in the New Jersey congressional delegation, for environmentally protecting Long Branch coastal waters from wind farms, where Congressman Pallone has failed. Pallone selling Long Branch out by having been bought off by the wind farm lobby. Again, tonight, I'd like to also give special thanks to the 30-plus New Jersey coastal mayors for environmentally protecting Long Branch coastal waters from wind farms, where Long Branch Mayor John Pallone, just like his congressman brother, has failed, selling out, having been bought off by the wind farm lobby. And most of all, I would like to thank Clean Ocean Action of Long Branch for leading the fight concerning offshore wind farms on the Long Branch coast, as opposed to the Long Branch Environmental Commission, which has done nothing but troll the political lines of the Pallones. The coastal wind farms are now affecting Long Branch. During the course of this year, supposed professionals were taking photos and notes of houses and condos in my area. When I approached to ask who they were, they replied they were from the State Historic Society. Upon further investigation by me and my neighbors, they got caught. They got caught but good in a complete lie. They were Tetra Tech, a subcontractor for the offshore wind farm company, Ocean Wind 2, LLC. They were analyzing houses of 40 years of age or more and balconies of newer homes and condos to assess the potential structural damage those buildings would incur from the installation and operation of transmission lines running from the wind farms to Long Branch. An investigation by the West End Long Branch End-Day watchdogs had discovered that just immediately north of the Ocean Place Hotel on the Great Lawn and immediately offshore, geotechnical survey borings will be done for the eventual anchoring of transmission lines from those wind farms. Whether there will be a converter station at that site or the lines will somehow run to a grid connection remains unclear. The point being, Long Branch residents, you have to take action now against the Palones so as to avoid viewing and experiencing the ill effects of those wind farms. And how did Long Branch get to this point? An executive order by Governor Murphy, bypassing all local input on the matter. It's government organized crime under the guise of an executive order, allowing the racketeering of the decarbonization industry with complete and total state control. And, as with most racketeering operations, there occurred just recently a $1 billion subsidy extortion of the taxpayers so that the state organized crime operation
1 minute warning.
can be carried out. Thank you, Madam Clerk. An extortion that greases the pay-to-play of the special interests and politicians involved, including the Palones. We all must remember Governor Murphy, whose fiscal policies as head of Goldman Sachs in 2006 caused the economic collapse of this country in 2008. Murphy's current racketeering has taken care of his financial banker buddies at Goldman Sachs, which now have a 20% stake in the offshore wind farm industry. Junk government is clear, both on the state level and the local level. Wake up, Long Branch. You've got to fight this one. You've got to fight junk government.
Anyone else? I need a motion to close the public portion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So move. Madam Clerk, are there any changes to the list of resolutions?
Resolution 212-23 was removed from the agenda.
Thank you. We can take a list of resolution as a consent agenda. Roll call.
So moved.
Yeah.
Second?
Second.
Mr. Viera?
Yes.
Dr. Vogt?
Yes.
Mrs. Wittes?
Yes.
Dr. Selly is absent. Mr. Dengler?
Yes. Applications, we have none. Miscellaneous business for the good of the order. Councilman Vieira.
Yes, good evening. Thanks for coming out tonight. I just want to send out a big shout out for our city employees. We had a busy weekend this weekend, and the lifeguards and everybody at the beach did an awesome job for us, especially the police force, maintaining that traffic and controlling it. They did an awesome job, a great job. So a big shout out to them and a big thank you.
Councilwoman Vogt.
Thank you, Council President. So I just want to comment, the council had a wonderful opportunity a week ago to visit the community gardens on 7th Avenue. And just a huge thank you to Jake Jones and the whole staff that works at the community gardens. What they do is so impressive. And I think certainly little did I know, and most of us, that vegetables and produce, obviously homegrown, fresh produce is available for the taking for anyone who comes to the community gardens every day, during the week. It's a wonderful operation, and just our thanks to all the great work that they do. Just a reminder for people to come out next week. I think it's Tuesday night, National Night Out.
National Night Out.
Yeah, August 2nd. Which is a great way to kind of celebrate our police, the wonderful work that our police department does. So with that, thanks for coming, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Councilwoman Wittes.
Oh, I too would like to thank everyone for coming out tonight, and the weather's been really warm. We hope you're all safe, and stay inside if you can and protect yourselves, and thank you.
Thank you. Mayor Pallone.
Thank you, Council President. Just a couple of announcements of some events. So next Tuesday, August 1st, is National Night Out. Come and join us at Slocum Park from 6 to 9 p.m. for free food, dancing, games, touch-a-truck, entertainment, and more. On the next day, Wednesday, August 2nd, that's next Wednesday, from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., we'll be hosting another fun day at Branchport Park. We'll have free boat rides on the Shrewsbury, food, and more for this event as well. And then just coming in September 10th, we're happy to announce a new event called Uptown Broadway Fest. And this event, we hope, will be annually. It'll be on September 10th from 3 to 7 p.m. on Upper Broadway between Washington Street and Norwood Avenue. Join us for food from around the world and music from local and international musicians. I'd like to thank everybody for coming this evening and have a great week.
Thank you. August 12th, I believe, is the city's Family Fun Day, along with the Stovall celebration and basketball tournament. So please come out. It's always a good time, and this will be the first time that we're doing it jointly, as we passed resolution, I believe, last year. So it's shaping up to be should be a nice time for everyone, fun. And also, again, for August 1st, which is the National Night Out, that is a great time throughout, not just in Long Branch, but certainly we are concerned with our own city. So everybody just come out and have a good time and be safe and enjoy the rest of the summer. Need a motion to adjourn the meeting, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Good night. God bless you all.
August 12th.